Ken from the New England Motorcycle Museum, and today I've got another one of the Superbike Universe collection Suzuki's that is going up for sales. This is a real significant in moto history right here. This is an 83 GS Suzuki 1100ES, and I've got some interesting information on the bike for you, and I think the condition of the bike speaks for itself as far as an 83 looking as good as it does. It appears to be all stock except for the exhaust and the tires, which is pretty rare because these were highly modified race bikes usually. So this is a real beast from the 1980s, an all-around fantastic bike even by today's standards. This thing hauls the mail. It's a 10-second bike in stock trim. This was the best overall bike in its class, a winner on numerous 1983 shootouts, thanks to its rocket of an engine, legendary Suzuki nimble yet stable handling, comfortable ride, simple maintenance coupled with bulletproof reliability. This is named the 5th most iconic bikes of the last 35 years by Rider magazine. And this is definitely a museum quality piece. It's on display at the New England Motorcycle Museum today, and it's up for sale to raise funds to do the museum reparations that we have to do on our big building. This motorcycle, along with the 4 other GSXs that went up recently, were donated to us by Pete Baccarosa of Superbike Universe to be sold to pay for our museum repairs. So 15% of the proceeds are going to the museum reparations, 85% are going back to Superbike Universe to be reinvested in their collection there. So it's going to a good cause. Buy yourself a rare Superbike and know you're contributing to preserve motorcycle culture, both yourself and with these 2 museums. So this is what Pete had to say about the bike himself. Here is a great example of the big air-cooled Superbikes from the early 80s. I bought one of these when they came out, rode it around like a psycho, and very surprised I'm not dead. These were very fast for the time, and it took some real skills to hustle this big boy around the corners fast. Anyway, he found this one a few years back, and it's in real nice condition. Only modification from stock is the Vance & Hines pipe. Oh yeah, and the Budweiser end caps stuck on the end of the clip-ons. Has very low miles on it, about 10,000 miles. And Pete rode around for a few weeks and put it into his collection, which is the largest collection we know of Superbikes. The tank is rust-free, and the body, including the bikini fairing, is really nice. It's super comfortable. I'd jump on this and ride it to Florida tomorrow. It does need a complete refresh of consumables, oils, and fluids. The tires are old, and the brake fluid needs to be flushed, and of course you'll need a new battery to get the show started. Otherwise, it's a very nice example of the prehistoric days of superbiking. Here's a little more info about these monsters. The GS1100E consistently won period shootouts against the 1047cc 6-cylinder Honda CBX and Kawasaki GPZ 1100. Then for 1983, Suzuki upped the ante by increasing intake valve lift in advance while revising intake and exhaust systems for an extra 3 horses. Forged pistons, a stronger crank, and uprated transmission components maintained the GS's reputation for reliability. A frame-mounted bikini fairing provided improved aerodynamics. The 1983 GS1100ES was the first production motorcycle tested by Cycle World to run a standing quarter mile in the 10s. This was serious stuff. Not the most powerful motorcycle on the market, nor the fastest, but it was the quickest, wrote Cycle World in September 1983. The Honda CB1100F made the same power but was heavier. The GPZ made more power but had a narrower power band and a grabby clutch. And the Suzuki Katana with an identical engine was lighter and more aerodynamic, but more difficult to launch. The other contender, the Honda V65, was heavier and had quirky handling. Overall, all of the shootout awards from 1983 went to the GS1100ES. The 1100ES combination of consistent 10-second quarter miles, nimble yet stable handling, long-distance touring comfort, simple maintenance, and bulletproof reliability contributed to the GS1100E's position as the 5th most significant motorcycle in the previous 35 years by Rider magazine. The conclusion reached by motorcycle journalists in 1983 was that the GS1100ES was simply the best all-around big bike on the market. Perhaps Cycle World said it best. The engine and frame and suspension are right. The motor is brilliant, making tons of power at every engine speed without ever seeming to work in it. The GS doesn't overpower suspension. The chassis is excellent under all conditions. Taken as a whole, as a complete motorcycle, the GS works and works well. This was the best the world had to offer in the early 80s, and it won 3 years in a row of shootouts. So it was made from 1980 to 83, has 108 horsepower, would do over 140 miles per hour, and would turn close to 55 miles per gallon. This was the first modern superbike because of its use of the 4-valve cylinder head with a narrow and pleated valve angle and wedge-shaped squish-band combustion chambers, technology first used by Cosworth in race engines. Suzuki called it TSCC, or Twin Scroll Combustion Chamber. It made the GS1100E the fastest bike on the strip when introduced in 1980, and good enough to be named Cycle World's Super Bike of the Year for 3 consecutive years, 81, 82, and 83. Excuse me. Just a fantastic machine. Consistently won period shootouts against all the other bikes, as I said earlier. I think that pretty much sums it up. I also have full documentation on the bike. I've got the title. I've got the title right here, and I also have the previous registration in hand, signed over. So get the title, registration, and pretty much any information you want about the bike, give us a call, 860-454-7024. If you would like to come take a look at it, if you want to have someone else evaluate it, we're here 6 days a week, 9 to 6, Monday through Friday. Give us a call, 860-454-7024. I did notice that the rear turn signal shaft had broken on this side right here, so it's going to need a new turn signal. The lens is there, but I just had it sitting on top of the rear tire. That piece said that happened when it was getting shipped over here in the trailer. So in any event, must have bumped another bike rolling it out. But it's in super clean shape, no oil leaks. Everything seems really tight. Brakes seem great. Clutch levers pull is nice. Throttle is like butter. Original bars and mirrors are great. The factory gauge is in beautiful condition. Paint is gorgeous. Original seat looks in mint condition. So if you want to buy one of the first true super bikes ever made by Suzuki and by any company, buy this bike. If you want to buy a bike that's going up in value like crazy, buy this bike. If you want to protect the history of super bikes and make a great investment and something you can enjoy looking at every day, buy this bike. I got 100 reasons why it'd be a good idea to buy this bike. It's excellent value, and it's a fantastic, really significant piece of moto history, and it really is moto art. So again, call us if you have any questions. Good luck bidding on the bike. God bless America.